Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And today we're covering day 3 of the athletics portion of the Tokyo 2021 Olympics. I know that all the standards or whatever, the marketing equipment says 2020, but it's 2021, so that's the way I'm covering it. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody. And I guess you guys are about, or is that just me? Yeah. It seems like you guys are about 20 seconds delay. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the settings. And it could just be the internet stream here, but let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat before I get started. Type 1 in the chat. I started about a minute early. And we got some people here. Let's smash the like buttons. Don't forget to share this with other people because we're about to get this party started with this. But I just want to make sure you guys can hear me on the audio. But actually, I'm just going to assume you guys can hear me. And then if anybody says they can't, then I'll go back with that. So, let's get into today's topic right now. Alrighty. So, you can see all of these results. Let's go in the order of events. Some crazy upsets, to say the least. Oh yeah, by the way, when you see the chat icon, if you're the button, and change it to live chat, because for some reason I don't know what YouTube is doing, but it automatically, every time you start a live stream, it goes to top chat and it doesn't show all of the comments. And I remember I had that set and the only comments I could see were mine. I don't like the filtering system that YouTube is doing. They're doing shadow banning, all types of stuff, but definitely refresh that if you're in the chat and select live chat. Remember to do it every single time you're in the chat. Same thing with the comment section. I have it to newest comments instead of quote unquote top comments. I don't know how they're determining top comments for me. So with that being said, let's go over to the hammer throw qualification. All right, we're gonna go here. We're gonna recap the 100 a little bit later. Let's go on this one. I know the 100 just happened, but we're gonna go with the hammer throw. So the automatic qualifiers are Anita, Brooke, and Alexandra. So USA got some representation in there. So I don't know if we have a French contingency here, but I'm covering that there so that the athletes do get to see who's being represented from their countries on at least this YouTube channel. All right, 3,000 meter steeplechase. Let's open this in a new tab. All right, 3,000 round 1 automatic qualifiers. Coburn, Chimutai from Uganda, and Yavi from Bahrain. Those are the automatic qualifiers. For some reason, it's not setting here who the ones by time on the Olympics website. It's like you got to go to the either the heat or after that. So I'm just covering the automatic qualifiers. Reese and Davis, those two are going through for the U.S. for the jumpers. Sagnia of Sweden and Irizuru of Great Britain with a long jump. I think Davis got a potential to actually win it all, but then Brume might come through with the clutch. But Spanovic actually surprised with the jump that she had. I'm surprised with her. But then we got Mahambo, which actually she was the last world champion, and she's been a dominant feature. So she's coming back in style with some of her best jumps of the year right now because she was not looking good earlier in the season from Germany. So she's the world champion. Brume, I think, is the silver medalist, from the world championship. So she's from Nigeria. She's the 4th automatic qualifier, and then Malone. So that's your feel for the long jump as far as those qualifiers. Definitely, if you're just joining us, smash the like button, subscribe. We're going to have animated races and everything. We got 25 people in here, only 2 likes. Let's get it up to 10 for all of that. Let's try to stay on the subject matter because I know we're a lot of people here are for sprints, but we do got the distance runners, so let's try to stay up with them. Wait a minute, what's going on? Uh-oh, no data. Are you guys getting the stream? Are you guys buffering? Definitely smash up the likes. All right, so I'm going to cover the next heats right here. Let's load these up. All right. Okay, now we're getting random text messages from people. So we got Fredericks from the USA, Krause from Germany, and Chep Koech, which is the world record holder from Kenya, making it through. That's not out of expectation. Then we got Kenying from Kenya, Miss Maz Zirmsek from Abebe from Ethiopia. Those are the automatic qualifiers. Then we got the qualifiers by on time. Now, the women's shot put. Oh my goodness. If you guys are not interested in shot put in general or whatever, you guys got to check this out because this was one crazy thing. The world champion is now the Olympic champion. And I think she was Olympic champion before that as well because there were athletes in front of her that got DQ'd, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Gong was the Olympic champion from Rio. She was 4th place, and then it was like 3 athletes in front of her got DQ'd from, I guess, drug violations, but I'm not 100% on that. I am almost certainly confident that there was somebody DQ'd, but Gong has to go down as one of the greatest shot putters of all time in the women's shot put because she's been there from the beginning. I got to do this profile on her really quickly because look at the amount of medals that she got in her honors. Why is it loading up so slow today? Did I switch internet? I was on a hotel, now I'm on my own hotspot. So with that being said, here we go. Look at this. Shot put world champion, 2-time shot put world champion, 2-time or silver medalist back in 2015, bronze back from 2009. So she's been there the entire time. 2nd at the London Olympics, bronze in Beijing, and then of course she got 4th, but I think that got upgraded, but I'm not sure 100% because it still says she got 4th. But now the Olympic champion for sure. So she's on a winning streak. That is amazing. So this was an exciting shot put. I say everybody go to watch that. Definitely go and check that one out. Especially if you're not in the shot put, it's an interesting one. Just like the men's has been going on. Definitely smash the like buttons up. We need to get to it at least 15 likes for me to keep continuing a lot of these events. And definitely if you want to share or support the channel, definitely Cash App or, you know, Super Chat or anything like that, PayPal. Raven Saunders, USA, 2nd. That is amazing for her. Was wearing a very interesting mask. And then Adams from New Zealand. That's your top 3 finishers there. The women's hammer throw. Here's the 2nd heat right here for qualifying round. Then we got Wang from China and Rogers. Gwen Berry, I think she got it with a non-automatic qualifier, but we'll see. I'm almost certain just looking at that. So here's the men's 400. Here's where the drama started in the men's 400. So let me just load these up. Guys, let's get the likes up before I cover the men's 400. Definitely, we got about 30 people here. We should get it up to 15. That helps out the channel in different ways. So definitely, let's get us up to 15, and then I'll cover the men's 400 recap, and then we're going to continue on. I hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, because today has been the craziest set of the Olympic Games, I think. This whole games has been very interesting. This whole games has been interesting. Thank you for getting the likes up. We need 5 more likes. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Passing around the collection plate. All right. A very interesting set of Olympic Games. All right. We got some people that rage quit. Instead of giving the likes, they said, I'm just going to leave. All right. There we go. Cool. That's fine. We need 3 more likes, and then we out. We out here for this one. 2 more likes. I know you guys are delayed, so by the time you're hearing this, all right, we just need 1 more, and then I'm ready to go. Boom. All right, we got the likes that we need, so let's go. We got some people that rage quit. Now, for the men's 400, here's the round 1. All right, Makwala made it through. All right, for Botswana. Karani James, he made it through. It was safe. He was in the lead. It seemed like he was, or actually, I'm getting him confused with another round. But Karani James made it through safe. Sakor from Belgium, he made it through. All right. Now, I just know the automatic qualifiers, okay? I don't know the next 6 fastest time because they don't have the little cues right here. So, for that one, let me see the official results. I'm going to go to the next round to see who actually made it through. But here's Al Yassin that made it through. What country is this? KSA? Saudi Arabia. Wow. I did not know that that was their abbreviation. So, then we got one of the Borley brothers from Belgium. And then Petrucciani, there we go, from Sweden, that made it through. Randolph Ross did not make it through. That's one thing that I did know. I don't know what he was doing. He said he didn't take it seriously. It's like he just woke up. And that had to have been one of the most disappointing races that I've seen so far at that point. That was one of the most disappointing races because what was he smoking? He did not take the field seriously. I saw a couple of other races that were like that too. That the field didn't take it. I mean, he's 20, but still, you made it to the world stage, collegiate athlete. I mean, his father has been there, done that, so he should definitely already know. This was crazy that Ross couldn't make it through. Really, the announcers, I gotta say, the announcers were pumping up the heads of some of these athletes, particularly in the men's 800. They said that the men's 800 in the U.S. Olympic trials was like running the Olympics. And I'm just like, the U.S. is not that dominant in the 800. We got a world champion in Brazier, right? And then we got a medalist in Clayton Murphy. And we got some experienced guys. But that was like the Olympic final. Get the heck out of here. All right. I guess we just don't have Amos and everything. But yeah, with that being said, we got second heat. Now, this is how you're supposed to do it. Michael Cherry, he went out. He was in the lead. Then he had the ability to slow down. He came in the home straight away. He ran, and then he slowed down. Then he could ease up. Once he got into a position, got through to the next round, he made sure he was safe to make it through. Michael Cherry did the USA a good job. Then we got Jonathan Jones from, let me make sure, Barbados. There we go. And then Christopher Taylor from Jamaica. Those are your automatic qualifiers. Pretty good there. Pretty good there. I got nothing else to say about it. I'm just talking about the automatic qualifiers now. Like I said. Hey guys, let's it says Baris Ford said, or Hanish said, Randolph Ross was pretty obvious. Well, to me. Baris Ford said, if you notice, Americans are great at American trials. Bromell is a shabby athlete like Sabine, not destined for a podium finish. Baker is not a big act either. No, it's not that the Americans are good at American trials. It's that the USA has a cutthroat system. A lot of other countries have a selection process. Now, Jamaica does have that. So they got to peak twice. And then some of these athletes, I don't know what the heck was going on. It's not that Americans are good at American trials, because if you look at past Olympics, the USA typically does better than what it's doing right now. This is just a horrible Olympics for the U.S. all around. No pun intended on the all-around choke that dropped out because of mental health issues. Now, if it was because of another way, instead of saying mental health issues, I could then use that. But that just sounds like a big fat excuse. That as an athlete, as somebody that looks at them as professionals as they are, I just can't stand the reason mental health issues, which is so vague. Instead of saying, well, I could have blew out my knee, so I just decided I wanted to pull out or something like that. That actually would be, yeah. So Zambrano from Colombia made it through. Actually, I was a little surprised that he won his heat. Then Van Niekerk, he was in the lead and then faded. I saw him as a fade, not even as he slowed down. He looked like he was fading. And then Solomon from Australia. Those were the automatic qualifiers for that round. Yeah, and then here we go. Here's the fifth heat. Then we got Gardner. Hey, he did his business as it should. Then we got Dion from Trinidad and Tobago. Gardner obviously from the Bahamas, and then Dober from the Netherlands. Those were your automatic qualifiers. Nobody made it out of this heat because it was just too slow as far as everybody else. That's for sure. Then we got Lemarvin from the final heat from the Netherlands. Michael Norman. He did his thing. He just kind of settled for second. And then Cedinho from Trinidad and Tobago. They made it through. No automatic qualifiers from this one either. And that's that. And then we go to the high jump. Goodness me. The high jump was lasting so long, it was one of the last events. This one is very interesting. How did they mark this one out? Actually, where is this marked at? Okay, they did do it. It's a double gold. And I don't know if I sit well with this. You guys let me know. It said, do you think Van Niekerk can go under 44 seconds? He looked rough, though, there. I don't know. Van Niekerk ain't looking good. I don't know if he's got it now. That's unfortunate that he had that injury because of what he was doing, but I don't think he has it. But yeah, with this being said, high jump. Oh my goodness. I think I'm blowing through some of these a little bit fast. So if I'm going fast, because some of you guys in the comment section I know you're about 20 seconds behind. So if I'm going through it fast, definitely let me know. We got 55 people here. Let's get the likes up to at least 25. That's only 4 more. Definitely can do that. And if you would like to support, definitely Cash App, PayPal, or Patreon, Super Chat, or Super Chat, not Patreon. With that being said, let's get back to the action. So this high jump, these athletes did not mess up from Tamberi and Barsham did not mess up the entire time until the last one. That is almost unheard of. If you look at their marks, perfect. Pass on the first height, but perfect all the way through. All the way through. So this came down literally to that final one. So here are your placers. And it's a double. So I didn't know that they get to decide whether they want to have a jump off. I thought it was mandatory to have a jump off. But with Barsham, he's one of the best high jumpers in the history of high jump right now. And then Tamberi. So Qatar and Italy, they both have a double gold medalist. Now this happened in the sprint races before, but I don't know if this has happened in history. I got to do my research on this one in the high jump. And then Netaseku from Belarus, they actually made it through for the bronze. This was a crazy high jump. Definitely see that on the recaps or the replays because it'll get your skin tingling. So here's the men's semi right here for the 100s. Now this is where we getting crazy. This is where it gets crazy. If you're not already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel. But here we go. So we got Curly, DeGrasse, and Omarah. Look at this. National record for Kenya. I got to at least acknowledge this one. Kenya been sneaking up on you guys most recently. Man, Kenya has been switching their talent over to the sprints a little bit. They've fallen off in the distance, so I think it's them trying to readjust because they're starting to get a sprint squad together. Notice they took the 400 hurdles in 2015. Rest in peace. I forget his name. In the 400 hurdles that took it. Then, I mean, one of the guys tried to double in the 400 and the 800, but people were saying that he purposely false started so he could get out because it was just clear as day that he just did that. But hey, it is what it is. This was a loaded field on paper. Like, you got Jimmy Vico, you got Blake, you got DeGrasse. That was like a loaded field right here. And then, of course, you got Gift, Prescott. So, I mean, and then Curly to a lesser extent. He wasn't proven in the 100 as of yet. But then when this came up, when it got to the finals, I'll just save that for that. But I just wanted to say, Ferdinand from Kenya, congratulations for that national record. We're going to see somebody break 10 seconds for Kenya in a second. Andre DeGrasse, I don't know what the heck he was thinking. I think he just eased up and basically almost cost that one. Blake just got blown out. So there's his dreams in the 100. Let's see what he does in the 200. Fred Curly, he took it. So let me see. Oh my goodness, I'm getting spammed up. All right, here's Heat 2, or semifinal 2. Zarnell Hughes, he had his best there. Adegoke from Nigeria. All right, Trayvon Bromell. And this is what cost him that because of the thousandths of a second, how he could not make it. Bromell eased up or something and then cost himself a place. But also, he just wasn't in it, really. Like, what the heck happened to Bromell? It was like the hype was there. I thought he was going to do something, at the very least medal. I thought he had it, domination. But that just goes to show you, somebody that's dominating early in the season, when he gets to championship rounds, don't always do it. Bromell just kind of just dropped the ball heavy here. Oblique Seville, hey, he got out for Jamaica. Yeah, and that's who I'll cover there. But Bromell was a real big kind of like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Here we go. Afro Buddy says, if Blake cannot reach the finals of the 100, he stands no chance in 200, which is even worse at. Well, we'll see. You'll see. He said he wants to come away with a medal. We'll see. Now, this one right here. Bingtian Su with the area record, the Asian record right here with a 983. And then Ronnie Baker, 983, right? That was crazy. Like, I was telling people that China, as I got brought to my attention by my buddy, my track buddy, he was saying, hey, China's going to be a powerhouse nation, especially in the sprints, in the coming Olympics. And then I was like, nah. Then I looked at the numbers. You look at the program, look at the population, see what they can do, and then realize that if they can set the world record in the 110 hurdles way back before Beijing happened, right? And then you get a 4x1 team that shows up just like Japan, but then a higher population, a willingness to win and dominate, and then you get people that get inspired. Here is the sign. If you get one athlete that can run a 983 with a 0.9 tailwind, you got other athletes that can do that. You got athletes running now that are looking up to them. You got people that are sitting at home on their phone or watching the television, however they're getting this information, and then they notice that this happened. And I bet you, because we get stories like this all the time. I was watching Justin Gatlin, and now I'm running against him. I was watching Allison Felix, and now I'm running against her. You're going to see somebody that watched Sue from China, and they're going to come up. And I'm telling you, in the next 2 to 3 Olympics, I'm going to say that China dominates. And when I say dominates, they get enough medals in track and field that their lead that they normally have in other events, they're going to maintain that lead, and they might actually come away, at least with the gold medals. I don't know about silvers and bronze. I'm counting golds here. I'm counting the W's. So that's what I'm saying here. What do you guys think about that one? It says Su shouldn't have run as hard. If he took it easier in the semi, he would have gotten a medal. Do you know how big of a PR this was for Su? It's not that he shouldn't have run that hard. You just don't know when you got it. You run the time when you got it. And that's what it was. His personal best was much slower than that. That's why the announcers were surprised. I wasn't too surprised. But look, here he is right here with a 991. That was his best time, a 991. He dropped nearly a tenth of a second on that. I wouldn't say Su choked. No, that isn't Su choking. He actually had an uncharacteristic good start, because you saw it in the final. He had an uncharacteristic good start. But the thing is here, I didn't think he was going to medal after this one. When I saw this, I was like, yep, that's what it is. That's all they needed to see. The Chinese kids are going to be inspired. The athletes running now that are younger than him are going to be inspired. I don't agree with you guys saying that he ran too fast in the semis. He did what he needed to do, because he did what he needed to do. You run the time that you run, because sometimes Olympic records get set in the semis. That's what happened with Flojo. Flojo just happened to be fast with everybody, but set the Olympic record in the semifinals, and then came by in the finals, and it wasn't a legal time. And much less would it have been even as fast as she would have run. But this is just what happens. You don't always control when your best time is going to run. And then this guy with a 991, how did he know that he was going to make it through? He's trying to make it through to the next round. You got a other loaded field here. And in his eyes, him being not one of the fastest guys on paper at all, he's got to run his butt off. So what are you guys saying? He ran too fast. What else choice did he have when you get the first 2 times plus the automatic qualifier? Because let's say that he ran slower. All right, let me give it to you guys, right? Let's just say he ran slower. You got a 994 here, and then you got Ronnie Baker not running 983. What could he have done? Get 3rd place and then got to wait for the non-automatic time? Slow down just a hair? Because that's not that much of a difference. 984 and 983. He couldn't have really saved himself. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And then between that and Simbine with the 990, he's running against the other ones. He did what he needed to do in order to make it through. Y'all got to look at the context of this, because saying he ran too fast, he had no choice but to run what he had. So that's what I got to point out there. Now let's go to the women's 100 hurdles with the semis. This one, I'm going to go through this one a little bit quicker, because we had upset after upset. Now, that was a surprise to a lot of people. Definitely, let's get the likes up. We got to get the likes up to 27 likes. Let's get 5 more likes on this. If you're just joining us, subscribe to the channel, because we are going to do animated races too, where we can have a Sally Pearson run against Kenny Harrison, Camacho Quinn, and other people like that, which would be interesting. We're going to equalize them for times. So it's going to be on their performances. Amusan from Nigeria. Somebody, if I have to say personally, I would like to see her take the W. I would like to see somebody from Nigeria take the W in one of these events. And Amusan, I would like to see her. But I think realistically, she's going to get a silver or bronze. That's where I see her realistically. She's looking good, so I can see her get the silver, but we're going to see. Charlton from Bahamas. You got 2nd. I don't know who the qualifiers by time are. I could probably just deduce it just from looking here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to call out the automatic qualifiers. We got Brittany Anderson from Jamaica making it through. I know we got a Jamaican contingency that wants to see Anderson. A lot of people actually think that she can win the whole thing. I am not convinced. I think that she can get a medal, maybe. But then Harrison, she didn't even look like she was trying. Some people thought that Harrison was trying, but I don't see it. I don't see Harrison trying at all. We need 1 more like. We got 24. Not 1 more. We need 3 more likes. We got 24 right now. Let's get them up to 27. Then we got Liz Clay, but Harrison wasn't trying that hard against Anderson. She just did what she needed to do, played it safe to make it to the finals. We're going to see her turn it on in the finals. That's the thing. We're going to see her turn it on in the finals. I've seen enough of Harrison's races to tell that she wasn't going there. Here comes Camacho Quinn with the Olympic record. She obliterated that Olympic record by almost a tenth of a second. So Camacho Quinn, she ran, and this is another example of you run what you need to do in the semis. Now, obviously, it's not on the same day, so there was an advantage of resting time, but Camacho Quinn did what she needed to do. You just run. And so she made the rest of the field look like they were just jogging. Because Taper Taper for Jamaica finished in second, but she got the Olympic record, and she's coming in as a strong and hot favorite. Women's triple jump. That one lasted a while too. This was crazy. Unfortunately, Ibargüen was injured. This is probably going to be her final Olympics. I think she probably was going to retire anyway, but then this is the Olympic year. She got injured. She couldn't bring it back because she would have been one of the hottest athletes up there. Always was a 15-plus meter jumper. And finally, the world record has gone down. Yulimar Rojas, congratulations to breaking the world record. This is crazy because she broke the world record and she did it on a bad second phase. The hop, the skip, and the jump. Right? Her skip phase. The second phase was horrible. It's like the whole day she was going horrible, but she normally just doesn't have it. She's got the height advantage of being 6'4", but gosh dang, she did that. But now it's a world and Olympic record, which used to be 15:15. But congratulations to that. So she was second in Rio to Ibargüen, which was the defending champion. Congratulations to her for her long career. I think she's going to retire after this if she doesn't go to the World Championships. But here, her training partner, Ana Pelletiero, she finished second from Spain. So congratulations to her. That is good. Both of them are training partners. And Mamona for Portugal, she finished in second. That was freaking crazy. If you guys, again, another field event to watch. This one was exciting the entire freaking time. Man, y'all all off topic in the comment section, man. Come on now. And D'Angelo. Man, you like to spread a lot of rumors, man. You like to spread a lot of rumors. You told us that Oliver was running 10.8, 10.9s in practice. All right, what happened to Oliver in the races? If she was running 10.8 and 10.9 in practice, well, okay, that means usually the races, they come out faster, right? They come out harder. But I don't know about that. That didn't show up and materialize. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. It could be the new technique from now on, but I don't know. That was horrible. If you being sarcastic, okay, I understand, but I don't know about that one. But yeah, here comes the men's 800, man. So Dobek from Poland, he got it. Career got it. Those are the automatic qualifiers. That's all I'm gonna do right there. Hoppel did not make it through. He faded real bad in the finishing straight. That was crazy. That was just crazy. I was just like, okay, Hoppel. I didn't have him as a favorite to make it through. I thought that he would at least be up there to get the automatic qualifier, like second, or the time qualifier. But he just faded real bad. So Peter Bowl from Australia. I know it was a lot of people excited about him from some of the Discord chats that I saw. So yeah, he made a record as well, Australian national record, if I'm not mistaken. And definitely Clayton Murphy made it through. He was actually one of the smartest athletes out here. Arap faded from Canada to the point where we were just like, man, get the refund, send them back. Immigration is checking, send them back. but he faded real bad. He was in the lead the whole way. Even the announcers were like, yes, he reminds me of David Rudisha, the world record holder, with his form and his physique where he can control and boss the race. And then he comes around to about 150 meters to go. It looks kind of bad in the home straightaway. Goes from first to seventh. Oh my goodness. All within 30 or 40 meters too. Now, Clayton Murphy, he nearly got boxed in. He had patience. He knew that there was going to be an opening as athletes moved around and pushed around. And then he pushed just enough. He's a famous, I'm going to finish second if I don't have to do any harder through the rounds type of guy. So he finished second. He didn't even look like he was pushing that hard. And so there you go. Clayton Murphy made it through for the U.S. I saw the pop she got, and I noticed that her form and technique was just horrible. Wait a minute. Come on, guys. Let's stay on topic. We ain't at the 100 yet. So, we got the final semifinal for here was Rotich from Kenya and Tuka from Bosnian and Herzegovina. I know how to say that. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Why the heck am I stuttering up with that? Now, those are the automatic qualifiers. Here are the men's 400 hurdles. We almost at the sprints. Let's stay on topic, guys. So here's the 400 hurdles. If you are just joining us and you are not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Let's smash the like buttons. Let's get it up to 35 likes. If you are here, that is the least. If you're enjoying the content, just definitely support the channel with that. Otherwise, you can super chat, Cash App, or donate via PayPal. But definitely smash the like buttons up. It costs you nothing, and it does help out this channel and to get the viewership up and to get people exposed to good information here, because we back up our claims when we make claims. We talk about certain athletes potentially getting targeted within like the drug bust or anything like that, or how the corruption or some of the weird things are behind the scenes in athletics, as well as some of the great things and the need for a separate track and field league, especially separate from the Olympics. Obviously, the Olympics could still be there and they're there, but think about NBA, NFL, MLB, or something like that, even Major League Soccer. Think of things like that, team sports, and we make a league like that. We're putting forth those ideas so that it becomes something of a thing. Of course, we will reduce some of the events, but as it stands right now, we're going to cover things as they are. So if you want to see some of that and the animated races, definitely subscribe, smash those like buttons. Rudisha was injured. That's what happened to Rudisha. And by the time you see that, let me just type that in the chat. But anyway, let's cover the 400 hurdles. So here's Heat 1, or semifinal 1. And they had both Rai Benjamin and Warholm in the same one. Now, this makes sense because they more or less kind of ran the times to get themselves in that situation. So, I mean, what can you say when if you're running like that, you're gonna be put in into that lane. So, with that being said, Warholm has been undefeated. I think his last, is it 19 or 21 races? And he just was going to settle for second at one point because he really didn't try that hard. But then once he realized that Rai Benjamin was like just easing it up, he just sped up so he could get the win. And I think he's very well aware of being undefeated for a while. So, yeah. It said Warholm looked like he ran hard. Warholm always looks like he runs hard. That's all he does. But this one, I could tell he was holding back. Both of them were holding back. It's just, when you look at enough people's races, then you can see that they're holding back. So Warholm and Rai Benjamin, it's going to be crazy when they come through on the final. It's going to be crazy. Might as well, 2018, September 2018. Yeah. So he's been holding it through for a long time. Now, the U.S. has been very dominant in the 400 over the years. Does Karani James a contender for a medal? Is Karani James a contender for the medal? I don't know. I'm not even confident that the U.S. can actually win this one. I think maybe James can get in for a medal because he looked much better than Van Niekerk. I'll say that. I would say Gardner. I still say Gardner is the favorite to win. Norman they keep saying it, but I mean, I guess I'll be proven wrong there. But Gardner's still the favorite to win for me as far as a medal. Dos Santos looked the best. Dos Santos, I don't know about him looking the best. Dos Santos may have appeared to look the best, but Warholm and Benjamin were just massively holding back. So his appearances that Dos Santos was running relatively harder, right? So for him, he's closer to his max, so his form is better. But the other two, they're holding back, so their form wasn't there. So Dos Santos is looking real good. Like I said, he's a clear bronze. The first and second are going between Warholm and Ryan Benjamin, and then Dos Santos, I got him as a clear bronze, unless Samba can actually get something there, because this is where they went first and second. But Samba looked like he was working way harder. Here's the last one. And then Kevin Young, your Olympic record is going down. Yeah, definitely. It's been up there way too long, man. It's way too long. But yeah, anyway, McMaster from, okay, let me look at this one. Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands. Wow. Do I not know these abbreviations now in flags? And then this is Estonia, if I'm not mistaken. Magi of Estonia, which set a national record. Congratulations to him. Those two are automatic qualifiers. Now, here's the men's 100 final. Yeah, Samba was clipping hurdles. I think Samba and then another person had clipped a hurdle. All right, let's see. Where we at with everything here? We got 66 viewers. Thank you all. If you are just joining us, subscribe. And definitely, let's get these like buttons. Smash the like button. Let's get 4 more likes. And then I'm going to cover the men's 100 and just do a breakdown of that, because that's been kind of crazy. Smash the likes. You support the channel. It's a no cost to you. And it definitely helps out here if you guys can get those likes up. So before that, we're going to cover it at 35 likes. If we get some people to rage quit, I will literally end the stream there. That's fine. But we get to 35 likes, I will do that. Definitely, guys, smash the likes. Smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. We need 2 more likes. 2 more. And then we're covering the men's 100. All right, let me type that up in there. We need 2 more likes. 1 more like. 1 more like. We had 34. Now we had 35. There we go. Cool. With that being said, let's cover the men's 100. Thank you guys for that one. Now, I'm going to go in this order. Zarnell Hughes. He false started. This was crazy. Wow. That is crazy. Zarnell Hughes. He went out and false started, and I'm just like, wow. Because you know what? He actually looked a little bit better. I had counted him out for a medal. Looks like I'm still correct here because he false started. He got himself disqualified, but he might have actually been in there for a medal. Because remember, I made that video about Zarnell Hughes and, oh my goodness, why am I forgetting the name? But the 2 British athletes here, and if they could get a medal. And Zarnell Hughes made the final. He might have been able to get a medal, but then he's out. Adegoke, he pulled up. I don't know if that was a real pull up, quote unquote pulled up. Maybe it was because he was getting burned so hard, and then he just kind of like, I pulled my hamstring, and then he held himself. But here's where it gets interesting, because Sue actually had his normal-ish start, where it was a slow start. And so other people are like, oh, he choked or he ran too hard before. Yes, he ran a 9:98. That's more within his normal time right there. rather than him being, oh, he used up too much energy. He had to make it through to the final. So that's just how things work when you're not the top person there. You got to run harder. So it's hard to run at your top at the maximum, right? While we pull up, he has nothing to prove. Sometimes, okay, for Adagoke. So you've never seen an athlete, and you've never done it yourself, where you've seen an athlete fake pull up just so they don't get embarrassed? Because yeah, some athletes, they do that. They put their hand on their hamstring or something like that, and then they fake pull up. I've had teammates do that all over the place with sprinters, and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that as a distance runner, right? But they just like fake pull up. Like, people have said that. These people that fake false start all the time. They were talking about it in a Discord chat that I was in. It was like, hey, I got thrown out of a meet for doing that. People do these things all the time. It didn't look like he pulled up for sure, but there's no telling with that. That's why I said he pulled up, or he just was getting burnt so hard. Yeah. Sue didn't have a Talu moment. Talu was different. She ran her time twice. She didn't need to. That's literally what I said on Talu. I was like, Talu didn't need to compete with Jackson. She was so much faster than the rest of the field. Even with her own PR, she could have jogged it through, but it was probably lane positioning for the final is what she was fighting for. You want to get a good lane position. So what she did was she ran too hard. Now Sue, he had no choice but to run his speed, because he wouldn't have made it through running even a 0.2 of a second slower maybe. So then we got Ronnie Baker. I'm going to call him Bacon the Choke, or Baker the Choker. There we go. Baker the Choker. Ronnie the Choker. Ronnie Choker. You know what? That's going to be his name. Ronnie Choker. What do you guys think? Ronnie Choker? So he choked. Didn't get a medal. Bromell. I don't know. Bromell the Choker. Ronnie Choker. Those are the things there. That was kind of a big letdown, because they've been looking good the entire season. And everything. It's not that he was expected to win. It's just that if something doesn't go your way, I mean, I've seen athletes do that and they weren't expected to win. But if you get blown out by such a large margin in some places, sometimes it's just like the ego. I don't know. But like I said, he wasn't even there halfway during the race. He could have been fighting something, and then he's trying to save himself for a relay. I don't know. That's why I just said maybe it could have been. I'm not saying it is for sure. This is one of those things where I don't know. But I just threw that out there because that could be the case. But yeah, you guys could be right that he actually pulled up. But yeah. Baker, man, he choked hard. I don't know what was going on with him, because he barely beat Sue out of the blocks. And Sue is not a fast starter in general. So maybe he was just like, well, Sue is next to me. He did this time earlier. He should have just realized that Sue was most likely not going to have it again. Oh, yeah. And then Israel said Michael Johnson versus Donovan Bailey in the 150. I think Johnson faked that up pull-up. Both choked for sure. And so, Simbine. All right, Simbine. I think he was fair. When he ran the time that he ran, what was that? A 986, was it? What was the time that he ran? 984. There we go. The 984. Now, I didn't expect him to medal at all in this, but I didn't expect him to medal because I thought the Americans, well, you know what? I did expect him to medal. I thought that he was going to medal ahead of Fred Curley, but then I put in DeGrasse and was like, well, DeGrasse is probably going to take the bronze, which ironically, he took the bronze now. Like, okay. But I didn't expect him to do, I didn't expect this at all. Man, who the heck would have called this one? I know nobody won that $100 plus. I was going to put $300 in crypto on top of that bet, where you had to call the men, women's, 100, 200, and 4x1. You had to call the winner of each one of those. I don't think anybody could have got this one. Now, if somebody did, definitely point that out, because I can see where your comments are in the comment section in the time, because I'll go back to that date. I can see the time and date that you posted it from YouTube. But Simbine, man, I actually would have liked to see him in for a medal. Now, let's go to Andre DeGrasse. Yeah, he did underperform. I agree with you, Afro Buddy. He underperformed, but I didn't see that he choked. Oh, they asked me to zoom in on the screen. All right, I'm zoomed in 230%. Is this better? Let me see. Let me let you guys catch up. So here we go. This is the order in which they got it here. I zoomed in 230%. Let me see when it catches up to you guys on the screen, because I'm also looking at this stream on another device as well. Oh, wow. You guys really are about 25 seconds behind me. So with that being said, I need to fix the latency on this thing. It should only be, I think, 5 to maybe 10 seconds, but this is just way too long. But yeah, with that being said, so DeGrasse, he finishes third. Thank you. I'll be having this set zoomed in early like this in the future. Thank you guys for pointing it out. So DeGrasse actually is literally within my expectations. I do agree with you. Nice twin 71. He said DeGrasse performed as I expected. Yes, that is exactly what I say. He got bronze just like I thought. I thought at best, if somebody underperformed, he could have won. But really, he kind of was right within the expectations to get that. Now, he was a little bit taken aback, because at one point, I think they had Sue as third place or something like that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, huh? But then they fixed it, of course. And so his face markedly changed from like, wow, really? To, oh, wow, he kind of lit up that he got a bronze medal a little bit. I know he wanted to win, but I think he was like, man, I'm going to take what I can get. Then Fred Curley. Man. Curley performed a lot better than I thought. You know what? I'm going to have to take the big fat L on this one. I'm going to take the L on this one because he overperformed what I thought he was going to do, right? So this is what I'm going to do for myself. I'm going to give myself the buzzer. Oh, wow. That wasn't loud enough. Let me give myself the buzzer. Oh, that still wasn't loud enough. Oh, well, I gave myself another buzzer because that was just messed up. There we go. Finally, a buzzer that's loud enough, because I just couldn't call that one. I could not call that one at all. I wouldn't have been able to get that. So I thought that Curly was going to do one or two things. He was either going to be like not get anything. Yeah, I thought he wasn't even going to get a medal. I got to be honest. And I said that in the previous videos. So that's why I said I got to take the L on that one. Somebody said that I be backpedaling or something in the comment section. I was like, if you go to my videos when I say things, and I think they said it about Elaine Thompson-Herah. I said Elaine Thompson-Herah had a chance to win. I had shelly-ann fraser-pryce the entire season up until about the first round. But I also said that if that Elaine Thompson-Herah gets around her head case, which I was calling it more head case than injury, that she could win. But aside from that, I didn't really think she was going to get around it. Now, I didn't backpedal or anything on that, but I got a whole video about saying, put some respect on Elaine Thompson-Herah's name, okay? That's what I do have there. So when you put my videos there, instead of just taking out one out of context, and instead of me saying, if this happens in this, then there you go. But I was stuck on shelly-ann fraser-pryce the entire season because it's shelly-ann fraser-pryce, and who would go against her. With that being said, Fred Curley, I literally counted him out. I've been trash talking to dude. I said that he flopped up and got us a second place medal for the U.S. When I say us, right there. And that's why I'm saying all of this before I get to Jacobs. Man, I'm like, man, you let us down in 4x4. You let us down here. I got to put his face on there now. I got to put some respect on his name. His face right here. All right, Fred Curley, if you were hearing me, man, I take the L because you actually performed over the expectations. I said, man, this dude is weird as heck. Well, not weird. It is strange that he's going to go for, let me zoom out a little bit here. He's going to go for the 100. I was literally like, what? Dude, you a 400 runner, 200. Stick to those because you got a better chance in the 400. when he said he was going for gold, I didn't believe it. He could have got a gold here, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. He actually quite literally got the silver. I got to put some respect on that name for Curly. So I got to do that. That's my own thing. So now, with this being said, who the heck would have called Lamont Jacobs? Like, who would have called this guy? Now, somebody did say Jacobs was going to win. I'm not even going to lie. I saw that in the comment section somewhere, and then I thought the dude was literally smoking. I wouldn't even expected Jacobs to do this, but he's a former American, so I don't know. Is this still a win for the U.S.? What do you guys say? Because the people from Jamaica, you like, well, Dina Asher Smith, she's Jamaican. So do you count this as an American win as well? Do you count Lamont Jacobs winning as an American win as well? The people that say, well, Dina Asher Smith, even though she wasn't even born in the U.S., and Lamont Jacobs was, do you count that as a win for the U.S. to see Lamont Jacobs representing Italy and saying, hey, this is a win for the U.S.? Because really, I didn't expect it, but hey, it's Italy. So he's representing Italy. Like I always say, I look at it as the place where they're representing instead of the place where necessarily they were born. Because at the end of the day, in the history books, how many people are going to look into extreme detail about it? Like, think about 100 years from now. Let's just say they look back at this Olympics. They're not going to say, oh, Lamont Jacobs was born there. They're going to see Italian, Italy. Oh, his name looks kind of Italian or something like that. Okay, he was born there, whatever. He's an Italian. That's how they're going to look at it. Same thing with Dina Asher Smith. Great Britain. Oh, they see somebody, Asher Smith, Great Britain. We don't necessarily know. So what do you guys see with that one? Because I did not call this one at all. Now, the one person that called it in the comment section, I got to go back and find that one. I might have to actually give them some prize money for that alone. Like, for real, for real. Like, no joke. They said blood runs deeper than where you were born. Well, yes and no. In that case, then all of us that are brown skinned are Africans. There's no such thing as a Jamaican. There's no such thing as anybody that from the Caribbean islands, because essentially all of the dark brown skin, light brown skin people are coming from different places in Africa, whether they migrated there on their own or they were the Atlantic slave trade. That's going to get me demonetized just from saying slave trade. But yeah, with that being said, like, all of us are, there. Sonia Richards Ross, she was born in Jamaica, but she represented the U.S. I didn't see anybody saying former Jamaican representing U.S. Not one time from the announcers. But then they said with Bernard Lagat, former Kenyan, I think once. But aside from that, I don't think they ever said it. Except for the British announcers. The Americans never really say that. So Sonia Richards Ross was a Jamaican that represented the United States. But I don't even really see many Jamaicans, even not to my knowledge. I've never seen that in the past, where it was a whole slew of people saying, well, she's still represented there. Michael Johnson's guy that helped him break the 4x4 world record was from Jamaica. But we don't see that being said a lot. So, I mean, if you really want to go back and go into it, it's a lot of Jamaicans that run for the United States that have helped the United States break world records, like in the 4x4, Sonia Richards Ross win for the U.S. And then you see Jamaicans run for Great Britain. You see a couple Americans now go to Italy, in other places like Nigeria. I mean, Ray Edwards, Montavious Edwards, he went to go run for Nigeria at one point. So, they said Jamaicans actually hate Sonia. They booed her when she ran in Jamaica. Hey, it is what it is. If somebody wants to say, hey, I'm getting the bag, I'm going to go somewhere else, and it's not like she's turning her nose at the Jamaicans or something like that, hey, it is what it is. There's another thing. It's kind of like within, here's a side subject. Now we're going into overtime. We're talking about a different subject. So if you guys were here for that, then thank you. Definitely subscribe. Now we're going to talk about the real talk stuff that I always do at the end of some of these videos. So y'all here for the real talk stuff. I'm about to go super red pill on y'all. All right. Now, with that being said, look, if we want to get real here, what we see here in a lot of areas is that a lot of people, do you notice that other groups of people have a hierarchy? Like I said, this ain't necessarily related to track and field like that, but it kind of is. If you're just joining the live stream, you have just missed the content, scroll back in this live stream and just go catch the recap, or when it ends, you play it on 2x speed and then you come there. But we just finished the wrap up there, so if you're just joining us, definitely smash the like and subscribe. We about to get into the real talk stuff section here, because I know y'all gonna be like, dang, I thought I was gonna catch a recap and he's talking about this subject. All right, I see people still joining in. So with that being said, look, now with that being said, if you really think about it, there's a hierarchy, an hierarchy of other groups of people. You could say other races. Some people acknowledge races, some people don't. But if you see there's not somebody that comes from, let's say, a trailer park that says, well, that person represents me in the corporate office. There is nothing like that. But the marketing, particularly with within the black community, I just got to say it frankly like that, are marketed as somebody from an equivalent to a trailer park, like somebody from the lowest depths is now equivalent to the superstar, or somebody that's in the corporate office, or an athlete, or something like that. And no, that is not it. So some people are like, yo, no, you gonna represent us. It's the our mother country, the motherland, this thing. And sometimes the people just can't relate. So if they can't relate, there's going to be an elite. There's going to be that type of thing. Not saying that Sonya Richards-Ross was an elite at all, but I can understand why some people were hurt about her going over to the U.S. But there have been tons of athletes from Jamaica that went over to the U.S. It just happens to be that she was one of the bigger names there. And if she wanted to, whatever the reason was that she went to the U.S., well, it happened to do well for her. Now, if she went to the U.S. and then she actively was trying to tarnish Jamaica's name, now that's when I got something different on it. And then I'll just be like, yo, you don't have to tarnish the name. Now, if she says some things that need to be improved, that's another subject too, because we can always say some things that need to be improved. Marlene also went from Jamaica to Slovenia as well. But she went because she had a lot of hate within Jamaica because of, what was that? Was it because it had something to do with the relay and then her making the team or something like that? I roughly remember it. But then she changed her nationality and she competed up until in her 50s. And she became European champion. If anything, it was a little bit easier for her to win and whatnot. But she was able to do something that other people wasn't. But actually, look, Marlene, she's one of the four athletes, the only four athletes that got 20 medals between the World Championships and Olympic Games. It's her, Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, and Allison Felix. Those are the only four athletes so far that have 20 medals plus between the World Championships and the Olympic Games. That is crazy that she's in good company. And if she had to change her nationality because she was getting a lot of hate from her own country people, then that's what she just had to do, right? That's just what happened. And she was able to enjoy a long career all the way up until, I think she retired at 52. That is crazy. And a lot of people didn't know that she was still running unless they watched the European Championships and everything like that. But they said, who is that speaking on behalf of Jamaica? Are you Jamaican? Are you talking about me in general, or were you talking about the people in the chat, South Croy, when you said that comment? It says, U.S. 4x1 is definitely looking shaky right now. I no longer think they can break the national record. A win for them is no longer a sure thing. Yeah, I don't think so. Jamaican Israel said, yeah, family, that's BS. Jamaicans don't have any problem with Richardson or Bailey or who ran for other country. Yeah, so with that being said, look, I am not Jamaican. I don't think anybody has to be a certain person or group or nationality to stand to say some common sense stuff. Now, I'm not about to say the problems of anything, because then that's like when a person says you should be offended by this racism, and then you look at their skin color and just be like, I don't have a problem with this at all. What the heck are you talking about? Now, that's the thing I won't speak on. That's the thing I will not speak on. But as far as somebody saying, hey, you know, put some respect on Jamaica, put some respect on Trinidad, Tobago, Nigeria, whatever like that, then I don't think you got to be from those areas to speak up on that. Because really, it's just a lot of stuff. You know how much trash talk has been given to Jamaica, that they got 98-meter tracks. Every time they're running fast, their track is 98 meters. And I'm just like, okay, 98 meters? Cool. And then if it was 98 meters, and now I can understand them trying to say that, because previously Jamaica was nowhere to be found, and Asafa Powell kept choking. He could break the world record, but then he choked. And so you go with the trash talk that seems legitimate. And then Usain Bolt came and smacked him up. Johan Blake for a short amount of time. Warren Weir, and so on and so forth. But historically, Jamaica was nowhere to be seen on the men's side. And then more recently on the women's side too. The women are just a little bit still holding their dominance a little bit longer. Let me see. He said, no, I was not talking about you, sir. I was responding to someone in the chat saying we hate Ross. Oh, okay, I got you. They said, yes, tonight, 200-meter heats are tonight. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, you just delayed. I'm gonna eventually catch up to the comments and everything. It's just delayed by about 25 or 30 seconds or something like that. But yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Oh my goodness, we got a scammer coming up and texting me right now, saying I can win $1,000 by donating some money to some banker or whatever. Get the heck out of my phone. But anyway, with that being said, guys, if you want to hear some more real talk stuff like this, then definitely join in on us on a regular basis, because we out here, we talking, we gonna talk about getting money and everything too. I'm debating, should I have a separate video that talks about good money, or should I just start talking about the money making stuff toward the end of the videos? What do you guys think on that one? Or blend them in with other videos? Because I think that it's an important thing to talk about getting money, because that's what we need to do. It's a lot of people out here hurting. The rent moratorium has expired in several states in the United States. There are going to be people herded around. They have not realized that when you go to these cities, everything that's happening are 20-year, 30-year, 40 and 50-year plans. China is on year 54 or 55 of their 100-year plan. And if they're just on that year of a 100-year plan, just imagine what's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 20 years. And how their dominance is rising up. And this plan was written out over 50 years ago, which means they were thinking about it even beforehand. That means potentially 60 or 70 years in the making, and now we're seeing the fruits of that labor. So they say, I'm from Jamaica, a population of 3 million people. Stan Link Music said, I'm from Jamaica, a population of 3 million people, and honestly, we have enough athletes to supply the universe. Right? They said, standard procedure said, many Caribbean people migrate to North America or Europe, and is actually an aspiration of many. So there's no hate for those who have gone. Many have family members who have done so. Ignorant Americans don't like, Bella Jane said, ignorant Americans don't like Jamaican sprinters. People who value talent love Jamaican sprinters. Islander said, read that article. Jamaicans hated Ross when she was running. Now, not that much. Well, yeah, you know what? That's like some hindsight stuff. Now that could be the case, because just like what was it? It's a lot of people, when they run for office, they get hated. And then now it's all soft gloves. But when they're actually running for office, it's all this hate, all this vitriol coming out from the media. And then they pretend like nothing went on after that. It's just like, yeah, we were trash talking and everything. And then now that you're not running and trying to take office anymore, now we're all nice to you. Or people trying to do civil rights or anything like that. And then they pretend after they either lost or they just kind of wash the history away like nothing happened. Yeah, this happens all the time. Now, I don't think it's kind of hard to argue that nobody hated her. There probably was a contingent of Jamaicans that hated Sonya Richards-Ross, but hey. But like I said, guys, what do you guys think? Should I cover money things toward the end of these videos or what? Because I think I'm going to do that. So right now, we're in double overtime. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to talk about this Aave. This is a cryptocurrency bank. Now, if you guys are not interested in that, cool, that's fine. I'm just giving you guys different ways to store your money. I don't got anything to sell here, so under that, shoot, it's no other benefit to me other than to tell you guys this. Definitely cryptocurrency digital bank. So you get interest rates that are higher than your normal bank and everything like that. So definitely check out Aave.com. It also has an asset behind it. So think about a different bank wherever you have it in your local area. I know in the US it's Chase Bank, Bank of America, things like that. Deutsche Bank, which is the #2 bank in Europe or the world. So that's in Germany. Now, those banks, you can't see how much money is in there. The liquidity, aka the money that's in here. You can see that it's $20.7 billion plus in this type of bank. So with that being said, you can deposit different types of stable coins based on the US dollar. Unfortunately, they don't have it for every country's dollar or currency or things like that. But yeah, that's where that is. Are you guys ready to take that to the next level on that? They said, no, some Jamaicans don't like Ross. I had no problem with her. She didn't forget her roots. She often spoke about it. That's Mariah said. Jamaica been doing this from 1948. Check the history. Not consistently, no. Said, I love the Jamaican athletes, even though I wasn't born there. They have always been my favorite to watch. Yeah, I see that. That's Thandi Longwood said. So with that being said, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of people hurting out here. There's a lot of people hurting out here. If you guys want to check out something, hey, look, this is an interest rate that you could get. It's different things that you could save on fees. You can hold the digital version of the US dollar, which is here Tether or USD coin. Visa made a huge agreement with the company behind whoever made this, right? And then here, you can borrow at a 3.31%, or you can get deposit, aka savings, of a 2.26%. Always read their terms of service. Definitely read the terms of service and everything here. The white paper is something that you read. That is the purpose of what this is. It tells you the ecosystem, the tokens, and everything like that. If you guys have questions on those things, definitely you can join the Discord. We can have a conversation on that. If you like to support the channel, like I said, Cash App, donate via PayPal, a cryptocurrency, or you can even do a super chat, because that's always helpful to do a super chat here. I'm going to drop this in the comment section about Aave.com. That is something that you will want to check out, because and if you're just joining us for this stream right now, thank you. We have gone past the regular track and field talk, and we've gone into overtime about people making money, saving their money, and everything like that. Definitely smash the like button. Can we get this over 50 likes now? We got 48 right now. And definitely support the channel, because this is the information that we need to get out. Now, another thing that we can do, let's look at some of these assets that are on here, because on the previous video I talked about Aave, but then I didn't go into the extreme detail, right? So these cryptocurrencies right here, DAI, Gemini dollar, USD coin, USDT, which is Tether, wrapped Ethereum, no, not wrapped Ethereum, and Binance USD, SUSD, which is synthetics, True USD. They are all versions of the US dollar. So you have 2, 4, 6 different US dollar equivalents to choose from. Then you have Ethereum, which is wrapped Ethereum, which is saying, hey, we're not going to use Ethereum directly. We're going to quote unquote wrap it, which means you deposit it somewhere. The interest rates aren't as good on these because the prices of Ethereum and Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin, typically go up pretty high, right? So what's going to happen is, is that if you deposit here, you can get the potential. You can even borrow against it. Let's go here. Let's say that we wanted to borrow, right? It opens the app. And since I didn't expect to do this, and I have this on a private tab instead of my main one, then we're not going to be able to connect my wallet here, because I'm going to do one where I do a demonstration where I connect the wallet. But all right. No, that's not what it's supposed to show. Even if you're not connected, let's see if I deposit, because it's supposed to show some kind of rate where you don't even have to do that. Or maybe it's because my wallet was already connected. So let's see something real quick. Like I said, we are in double overtime. So it shows you what the utilization rate. So how much here has been borrowed. So it's 77.6% has been borrowed. The available money that's left over, which is $338 million. And then it says deposit APY, annual percentage yield, 2.76%. You can't get a single bank to get over 0.0 whatever percent. If you guys can tell me another bank that does that, definitely let me know, because that's not there. Can it be used as collateral? Yes, it can. Liquidation penalty, 5% on top of liquidation. That's if you borrow, right? And then it says the asset price, which is $1, because that's the whole point. It's supposed to stick to $1 and things like that. Maximum threshold and things like that. You don't have to really think about that too much. But here's something else that you guys can check out. Let me change the screen for a second onto this screen, because I don't want you guys to see the other stuff. Now we load this back up, because some of my saved tabs. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys can't really see the website, but this is coinmarketcap.com. Let's make this a dark screen and leave this with this. Can you guys actually see the screen that are here? They found out that drugs that found the drugs that Marion Jones Americans use stop running fast and stop winning sprint medals. Maybe. I don't know about stop running fast, because the Americans are faster now. So I don't know. It's just that other people got faster. Think about that. The Americans didn't stop running fast. The Americans are now faster and still ain't winning. So that's the thing. Now, with that being said, here's coinmarketcap.com. This is a website where you can check out different cryptocurrencies, different assets, or crypto assets as they're going to be called. What is the importance of this? The importance of this is that if you can afford to do this, and the people that are diligent with their money, right, are going to be most likely the ones to benefit. The ones that need it the most are going to be the ones that are least likely going to go into this asset, go into these markets, go into these things here. Now, the reason why this is important to go to coinmarketcap.com or coingecko.com. Coinmarketcap.com, the top 100 is a little bit manipulated by the company that owns them, which is called Binance. So they don't always show the true top 100. Now, the thing is here, we got 11,123 different cryptocurrencies, and a lot of them are complete trash. All right? Quite frankly, complete trash. And so the thing is that in order to sift through, you're going to have to do something like this. You go over to the cryptocurrency and you read the white paper. What I would suggest, if I have to suggest, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. I have to say that to cover myself. Even though I have confidence in my knowledge and my ability, I do teach people. I do run an academy. That's usually the clients that I work with myself when I'm not doing this or trading. Like, I trade myself and I run an academy. But with that being said, what you want to do is you want to go to the white paper. Bitcoin has its own white paper, but Bitcoin is Bitcoin. That thing there is supposed to be, quote unquote, a store of value. They've changed the narrative on that. You can see the market cap of all of the cryptocurrencies, which is 1.6 trillion and growing. It's a small baby market cap. It's like if you invested in the technology stocks back in 1993, 1994, or potentially 1997. I'm not sure which one of those three different years that we're in, but we're somewhere in there before 2000, 2001 when it exploded. Now, what is a different asset that is valuable? Here's Ethereum. Ethereum, almost all of these other cryptocurrencies were built on top of Ethereum. Oh, wow. There's some news coming up now. A hard fork will be launched on August 4th. That's some new news I did not realize. Oh, okay. That is some good news that I got to look into. Now, with that being said, Ethereum. Think of Ethereum like Microsoft Windows, right? Or the road that you're on, the ground that you're on. And everything else, the buildings, your houses, the light poles, the fire extinguishers. Oh, not fire extinguishers. Everything else is built on top of that, right? That's what Ethereum is. Ethereum is the base. So when you're looking at the base of something, that's where you can actually earn from. So you could be one of those investors to earn money off of Ethereum, even though it's not going to make you the max money, because you could be the person that invests in the app in the App Store instead of Android itself, like the Android operating system. You said, I want to invest in Candy Crush, not the Android operating system where I can get residual fees. I want to get the max fees possible. Well, if you want to be safer, quote unquote safer, it's a risk of all of these, right? But if you want to be safer, from my opinion, you would invest in Ethereum because you get runoff from those. Yeah, sure, you can make more money in Candy Crush, but what assets on the stock market typically go up year over year? Let's look at this 1 year from over year, right? From 1 year, this was $370, and now it is $2,500, right? 370 to that. So this essentially got you and 900+% profit. So you went up 8 times on your money. So what asset in the stock market in a year can get you 8 times on your money? Usually somebody in the stock market would be happy to get a 20% gain. Other than Tesla or something like that, technology stocks are usually the ones that are more risky and everything. This is in line with technology. But for the most part, somebody would tell you invest in a blue chip, GE, Ford for some reason. They'll tell you to invest in General Electric. General Electric barely ever moves. It's like you just want your money to be stagnant. That's what they tell you to invest in. Now, I'm going to show you mathematically in just a second. Let me put this other screen on. If you guys have any questions, just ask a question and ask me to slow down. Now, I'm going to show you through mathematical reasoning here. Here we go. About things. Now, this is something that you're going to hear. You're going to hear that Ethereum is expensive, that Ethereum has high transaction fees. Well, here, I'm going to prove it to you that that the fees aren't necessarily a problem, right? Now, it shows you right here that Bitcoin, here it is. Here's a fee right here. Now, the median fee is 34 cents on Bitcoin and $1.41 on Ethereum. Now, the fees typically represent the more use that something has. It shows you an animated South Park looking thing here. Maybe I'll have the races look like this actually. But typically the higher the fee, the more the use. But Bitcoin has higher fees in general. This is one of those rare days that Ethereum has more fees, but it's also because people are probably trying to buy Ethereum because of that hard fork that's happening, which you guys probably don't understand, right? You guys probably don't know what a hard fork is. That's something that isn't necessary for now to know. With that being said, if you're still here, smash that like button. If you have not already smashed it, subscribe, because we talk about topics like this all the time. I'm looking for the other website, because there's a sister website to this that shows you where we can make fees, because I want to show you something really quick. Let me pause here just shortly. Here it is. I found it. Now, let me break this down. Here are areas where you could potentially make money on. So before I go into this, once again, not financial advice. Always do your own research, right? Okay. Now, let's go over to coinmarketcap.com so we can look at different assets here. We can go down here. There's a top 10 and things like that. And no, just because something is cheap doesn't mean it's going to go up. A lot of people go to this XRP right here, which I can see is complete trash because it's cheaper. It's under $1. You see something and you say, oh, this is $1.35. This is here. No, the market cap, the supply, the use case, the things behind it. Here's a complete meme and joke of a coin, but this thing got pumped to crazy heights because of Elon Musk. So you guys are using the internet, right? You're using YouTube. Are you guys making money off of the internet? Once again, I'm gonna say that again. Are you guys making money off of the internet? Oh, wait a minute. You said, what is the website and what does it show? Oh, I'm guessing because you were 20 so seconds behind, you're probably talking about the this website here, which is txstreet.com. txstreet.com. And so what it's showing is the amount of users. So you can hover over somebody's head or you can click on them. You can literally see how much money is being transacted. This stuff is public, which is why when you go to aave.com, you can actually, and I'm going to put it in the comment section at txstreet.com in a second. But you could go to Aave.com and see exactly how much money is here. Unlike Chase Bank, which can manipulate their numbers or whatever like that. Obviously, you got to quote unquote trust Chase Bank to follow through. And you know, the biggest drug lords on the planet are the banks. They literally do the money laundering. They're the biggest money launderers. So that's what that is. Let me copy and paste this to you guys real quick with TX Street. But yeah, this website shows you the transactions, the fees. Let me see. So the gas price. So it says median gas price, $27.75. The gas price is the price of the transaction for it to be paid out for a transaction to go through. So for example, if I wanted to send you some Ethereum, the median price would be $27, I guess. The transfer fee would be $1.52. So it would cost that much. The gas price is the a little bit different from the transfer fee. Transfer fee is this, the contract size, you put them together and that gets you the gas price. So I'm trying to overly simplify it while still remaining accurate, and I think I just messed that simplification up because we got people here that aren't familiar with it, so I don't want to overcomplicate it. It shows you also, I forgot about these stats here, it shows you also the websites and the networks that they're using. So here's a website here called Uniswap, where you can, instead of getting Robinhood, you can use Uniswap to buy and sell different cryptocurrencies. So you don't have to use a mainstream thing. Just like the crypto bank is Aave.com. You got MetaMask, which is developed by one of the Ethereum co-founders at Consensus, the company. 1 Inch Exchange, which is something called an aggregator. So that's what we can be using here. And as a quick reference, let me post this in the chat real quick right here. Here we go. So I just posted in the chat for you so that you can actually see that website. Let me get the crypto fees because this one is a very important one too. And as a reference point, if you guys are interested in the academy there, I show you my last 6,000 plus trades that I've done and everything, and then the fees that are associated with that academy. It is not cheap at all. Not cheap at all for some people. It's out of some people's range, but it's not for everybody. But if you are interested in that academy, definitely let me know because that is there to help you from beginner all the way up to about intermediate, and then maybe even further than that, depending on how long you stay with us. But and I'm very transparent with my trades. You can see how much I won, how much I lost, and everything like that. And that's on Telegram. But we can make money off of the internet. To get back to that, you're using YouTube. The only way that I make money off of YouTube, like quite frankly, the way I make money is if you guys watch the ads. You click an ad, right? Right? And I can only do that after a certain amount of subscribers on the channel. So you guys click an ad, you guys watch an ad, or you got YouTube Premium, which used to be called YouTube Red, right? So that's the only way I can make money off of it. But YouTube Alphabet, which is what Google is, they are the middleman. So because the internet is free, quote unquote free, you can't make any money off of it. The HTTPS, you can't make money off of that protocol. I'm not even gonna go into those other ones. You can't make money off of that. So what cryptocurrencies are doing here is that we can make money off of that. Ethereum is like the Windows operating system, or they call it Internet Web 3.0. There's a lot of them that call it Web 3.0. So in this case, there could be a cryptocurrency built on Ethereum that deals with the internet. Let me find that right now. Here's Internet Computer. This one deals with something like that. This one, Filecoin, if I'm not mistaken, deals with file storage. So you can make money off of people storing their information, kind of like Dropbox or something like that with Microsoft. You can actually make money off of that thing. Then you have VeChain, which is a cryptocurrency that you can make money off of people verifying their products. Like, hey, you want to verify that something's kosher? Oh, instead of doing that, or a supply chain, instead of doing those things, you got the supply chain here. You want to make sure your Gucci bag is real? Well, they got a chip on here and you can verify it on the blockchain, because you can't hack the blockchain. Well, you can, but if it gets hacked, everybody sees that it gets hacked right there. And then at that point, you know that something, you know exactly where to track it at. With the exception of Monero, you can't really see any transactions like that. To the point where even the three-letter word government agencies that I won't name, they're trying to pay a bounty to track people down. I have a standard procedure. You said you have a Telegram group. I have a Discord group that's specifically for it, but I have my trades on Telegram. I don't want to just flaunt how much money that I've made there on YouTube right now, because I made a killing off of it. But if you are interested in seeing that, I can drop the Telegram group in the chat, and then you can click and join that and see the pricing there and whatnot. The Telegram is strictly because I used to have a YouTube channel for my academy, and then I did a trade live where it was like a 50+ Bitcoin trade profit, right? And then right after that, I started getting false copyright strikes, and they got my YouTube channel shut down. So I was like, you know what? After showing somebody that made a 50 Bitcoin profit here on this thing, I'm just going to figure out. And it took me about a year and a half, and then I got demotivated because they kept doing it. I made 10 different YouTube channels, and they kept going over and over and over and over and shutting them down. Then I got demotivated for a while, and I still kept running my academy and my Discord, but I didn't even really promote it. And then now, as of December of 2020, I got my trades that I just, I screenshot them and I post them up, and I mainly show percentages. Sometimes I show the exact dollar amounts, but you can see what I've won and lost in those trades. So if you're interested in that, I'll post that. Just let me know. But let me continue. Theta. This has been a killing to the people that have invested in it, and I have invested in it at one point. I did sell it as just, what is that? Non-disclosure or disclosure? For full disclosure, that's what I was looking for. So this has made a killing. Just a year ago, let me look back at a year ago. This was the price. This is a competitor to Twitch. People have been sleeping on this. Matter of fact, recently they just made an agreement with Sony. If I'm not mistaken, Sony might have even bought out the company behind Theta. So this is a competitor to Twitch. A year ago, this was worth 27 cents. It caught my attention when it was worth 21. At that point, that's when I started to buy into it. Then this thing got up to a high of $13 or $15 or something like that. Now it's sitting about around $6, and it looks like it's getting ready to blow up again. But this is a competitor to Twitch, except now you are the content creator. You can make money beyond just getting money from advertisers. So just imagine if YouTube was a platform that I can make money other than you guys super chatting, other than advertisers having to advertise on here. I could just make money by you simply liking the video. Think of it like that. Simply you making comments in the video. Now, I'm not saying that that's what Theta does. I think Theta, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm actually planning on making a Theta, but it's more so streamed to streams and gaming. And the way my internet situation is set up, sometimes I don't necessarily want to stream all the time. But if I go to more streams, that's where I would go. So it's a competitor to Twitch. This is huge. Theta.tv is what the website is. Theta.tv. So let me type that in here. For the people that like gaming and everything, Theta.tv. .tv. So now, I said all that to say this. All right? For the 50 people that are still here. Actually, that's actually pretty good. I kept almost 50% retention rate for everybody. So with this, I'm going back to the crypto fees. I just said all of those things to say, if you're holding Ethereum, you're essentially holding things to Theta, because they have to go through Ethereum. It's built on top of Ethereum. Now, not all of these are, but this is built on top of Ethereum. And some of them they transfer over. Like Binance Coin used to be built on top of Ethereum, but then they went to their own blockchain, which then they copied Ethereum's blockchain to do their smart chain thingy. Now, here are the fees. People keep saying that Ethereum is worth the fees are too high, right? Now, this is what you'll see. Now, you guys aren't familiar with it, a lot of you, but when you start doing your research, people will tell you this. Remember, they're trying to sell you a narrative. If the fees were so high that they were prohibitive, they wouldn't be the #1 used cryptocurrency. There are more transactions over Ethereum than any other cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin. There has been billions and billions of dollars that have been transferred over it. Matter of fact, USD coin is built on top of Ethereum, uses Ethereum's network. Did you know that there's a bank alliance? Chase Bank is part of it, where Ethereum is concerned. That other banks internationally are there. It's called the Ethereum Alliance. That's what they're called. They've been doing this from back in 2015, 2016, while they've been saying in 2017 and beyond, we've never heard of this. Crypto is a scam, but they've been part of the Ethereum Alliance. Even some 100 millionaires have invested in Ethereum from the beginning. Now they sold early on, saying that, oh yeah, I wish I would have held on, because nobody would have known it would have gotten this big. But it was a startup company that was a project. So with that being said, Ethereum, if you hold Ethereum, part of these fees, look, one day, this is how many fees they generate. $12.3 million. The average fee over the last 7 days have been 9.2, rounding up, $2 million. Now, Binance Smart Chain, which says it's cheaper fees, well, you get less money off of that, right? Uniswap, which is built on top of Ethereum. So if you use, this is like a double thing. You hold Uniswap, well, it's built on top of Ethereum. Well, some of these fees go to Ethereum because in order to transact on Uniswap, you have to use Ethereum. And so if the fees are quote unquote high, which to me, they actually are high, I'm getting kind of spoiled for choice here, then you would make money off of that. That's part of it. It's called staking. You make some of the money. Now, that hasn't stopped people. Now, there are other ways. You have to hold 32 Ethereum at this point in order to do that as a full disclosure. And each Ethereum is worth 2,500 each. Before, Ethereum was much cheaper. I'm used to Ethereum being between $97 and $150. That's where my mind is. And I keep, every time I see Ethereum, I keep defaulting back to that. That's how early I was looking at Ethereum. I'm used to that. Like, it was there for so long. And even 220, I'm kind of used to that pricing in my head. It's so weird to see it. Well, not weird, but it's so interesting to see it at $2,500 now. Now, there are other ones. You see Aave here. If you hold the Aave token, you can get paid off of the transaction fees that are happening on Aave, which you can use the Ethereum network. You can use the Polygon network, which is a second layer solution that makes Ethereum cheaper. And matter of fact, let me bring up the Telegram for you all very quickly, so I can drop that link for the people that are interested in that. Because if you are, this is something that is very crucial to learn. Definitely, there are people hurting out here, and this is just another way to make sure that you're having assets for your future. This is something that if you're invested into the short to medium term, the next 3 to 5 years, this is something that could potentially change your life. There are people here. There's a YouTube channel called Whatever Happened to Common Sense. And he talks about things like that. This guy became a millionaire, and you can see him from homeless. I was homeless at one point, twice. And this is something, quite frankly, this was the thing that turned me around. I was homeless because of this the second time, because I had a bunch of money that was on an exchange. It got hacked. I learned my lesson. So if you guys have questions on this, and if you're already in crypto, just ask and say, hey, look, where's your Discord group where we could discuss on this? Where's the Telegram thing that we can discuss on this? Because there's a lot of scams out here. There are also a lot of bozos out here that will tell you to put your money into something, and then it's like an exit scam. Do not go for something just because it's cheap. Don't go for something because of the name or whatever. I can tell you right here off of my my personal picks. One second. Okay. All right, I just had to pull this up real quick. My personal picks are on, some of them are on this page. Do you guys have any questions, actually? Let me ask you here for the people that are still here. Do you guys have any questions? I just dropped that standard procedure. If you're still here, I just dropped the testimonial link right there where you can see the trades. You look at the description of the Telegram in order to see the pricing, the trades, the amount of money. You can see a summary of everything that's happened. I actually got to update that because it's about 2 weeks old as far as the amount of trades and everything that I've done. And I've definitely done some more trades with that. But we got some here. Now, if I were to say my personal pick here, like I said, always do your own research. This is not financial, legal, investment, tax advice, or anything like that. I'm showing this for educational purposes. Got to say my disclaimer. Now, with that being said, Ethereum, Binance to a certain extent, I'm kind of iffy on them, but full disclosure, I've held Binance since it was 80 cents. It is now over 300 plus. So that's where I'm coming from. Uniswap, Aave definitely is a decent one. I think it's more beneficial, in my opinion, to actually use Aave services rather than hold the Aave token itself. Also, a lot of these are copies of other ones. So Bancor is Sushi Swap was a copy of Bancor. Then they got something. No, Sushi Swap is a copy of something called Uniswap, which is it on this list? Yeah, Uniswap, which then was a copy of Bancor that renamed itself. So it's a lot of these things. Compound and Aave are similar services to a certain extent, except Aave is just a lot more user friendly. The graphical user interface is just a lot better, and it's a lot easier to take in on the eyes. So when it comes to lending and borrowing, right? If you lend, that means you make money. That's kind of like your savings account. When you put money in a savings account in a bank, they're lending it out to somebody else for an interest rate. So that's going to be Aave, Compound, Bancor, if I'm not mistaken, and Balancer. And then MakerDAO to a smaller extent. If you're looking for things that are, let's see, on the rise to a certain extent, I can't say that one. If you're looking for something that's like Ethereum, but maybe cheaper, right? Binance Smart Chain, which is Binance itself, Binance Coin. That would be, where is it else on this list? Cardano, which they're trying to market heavily to Africa. I think they're going to be an enterprise solution versus an everyday. Enterprise equals business. So it's going to be a business / government solution in anything. You're looking at a Zilliqa, which for some reason, I'm surprised this isn't a lot higher right now. So I think it's just the oversaturation of the market. Avalanche also, but these have already pumped a lot, just as a full disclosure. So you want to do your own research and everything. But yeah, I think that, Polkadot, one of the Ethereum co-founders started this. A lot of these people, they're like co-founders and then they jump off into something else. Polkadot, as you can see, the fees are low, the usership is low. It's not a lot of people using them, right? The fees also represent some of the user base, but not always. So, and they're going to say, oh, it's cheap fees. When Cardano actually starts getting used for real, the fees will go up. That's just what it is. So, anybody have any questions? Because if not, I'm going to end it shortly right here. I thank you all for coming out here, but I'm going to give you guys a second to catch up, because just in case you all aren't up to where I am. Do you guys have any questions at all right now? You can even answer no, you don't have any questions, so I know at least that you hear me and everything like that. Oh, they're having more. Oh, wow. They're updating this. It's been a little bit of a second. It says, what about Algorand? Standard procedure said, what about Algorand? Well, let's see. I'm not sure. So for people, I think I just got a spike of about 13 people here. So the people that just joined, which you probably leave before you even get a chance to even hear me say it. But if you're here for the track stuff, go back to the beginning of the stream, because we're talking about money moves now versus that. So Algorand. Well, I think Algorand is decent. I had that when I made a decent amount of money on that. So let me go there. Let me see. Am I even familiar? So I'm more of a trader than the guy that looks into this. It's so many different cryptocurrencies that I actually don't know about all of them. And that's fine, because you got to stick to your area of knowledge. I made a killing off of these by sticking to my area of knowledge and trading. So with that being said, I followed the market cycle. The market cycle can tell you when to sell and when to buy. For example, if you're already in this, and since you asked this question, the market cycle told me that in May, it was time to sell. Why? Because sell in May and go away is what they do from the stock market. I'm familiar with the stock market. I'm familiar with all of those things. And if and when the institutions were taken over, that's how we know about it. I didn't have to know anything else. Also, in the history of Bitcoin, it has never, ever had over 6 green monthly candles in a row. I looked at the chart and I looked at that and I said, oh, that means most likely, because trends don't normally break on the first or second time. Well, the second time, it got to be a trend on the second. So the next time it gets 6 green monthly candles, there's probably a 50% chance it dumps again, or it actually pumps and has 7 green monthly candles. But for now, that was the second time it did it. I bet correctly. I shorted Bitcoin and I sold my other assets, like one Harmony, at 107 times the initial investment that I got it at. So Algorand, let me remind myself of what this is. Speed of transactions, lower transaction fees. Actually, let me look at the website. so I can familiarize with myself. Oh, okay. Uh, I know that Algorand is a big institutional investment tool right there. I have this is the do I have a good source for crypto trading strategies indicators, book, internet, or YouTube source? I am the source. Like if I had to say it, I'm the source. That's why I ran the academy, because I didn't see anybody else like that, and I was running the fake YouTube traders off the platform when I was showing real live trades in front of everybody, and so then they started targeting me. So if I had to say that, that is where I am. I mean, you could go to investopedia.com also to look up definitions of terms and everything with that. But as far as the strategies, all of those strategies are developed by hard knocks and looking at the chart on TradingView and things like that. So TradingView is a website that you use in general. So yeah, like that's what. Gosh darn it, my computer is freezing up. You would look at it like that. For example, okay, you guys aren't going to be able to see this one, so I'm going to just copy one of my charts over. And even though I'm not logged in, you should still be able to at least see this and go over to TradingView. Now, I'm not logged in on this private video or anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the chart and I'm going to show you what I was talking about on Bitcoin. I mean, this is as simple as because this is my private tab. My other tabs have my YouTube and everything on there, and I just don't want to bring that up here. But let's just show you here, Bitcoin on Bitstamp right here, since that's the oldest information that we have for Bitcoin available. Let's go to dark mode. I like dark mode better. And now we're going to go over to the monthly chart. Get the heck out of here. Now, Bitcoin has never in the history turned off this volume indicator. Bitcoin has never had this before. You can learn the patterns and everything. You can learn these things. And like I said, the Telegram link is above. So once this chat is over, just click that and then join there. And then you can message me. You'll see who I am immediately because I posted up some track and field video images there. But with that being said, look at this. Bitcoin has never had 6 green monthly candles before. It took just looking back at the history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the most it had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The most it had, right? And you can go on and so forth. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this was the third time. I'm glad you asked that question because it forced me to look. That means the fourth time it goes over, that means it's most likely going to break the trend. So this was the third tap at this trend, and so it should break on the next one. But this is as simple as most of the information that I know enough about the projects to know them, but I am a technical trader. I don't need the indicators. I do naked trading. My chart looks like this, or maybe this sometimes. Sometimes I put on indicators on there, and that's mainly so that I can help other people that needed a crutch. But you can actually learn how to trade successfully by just knowing this. There are different strategies for different people. So in my academy, I'm introducing different strategies for people that have a different way of learning. I can do calculus in my head. I know that most people can't. So with that being said, I might be able to look at this like this chart here and compare it and see the patterns here, see that this forms a giant W even before it happens. And I mean in real time. Go back to that on that Telegram. I even got the screenshots from what I did all the way back in 2017 and can predict where these things are going. Exact prices, maybe not. Where we talking about reversing or something, I'm a little bit late to trends sometimes, but I can tell you when I was doing some masterful stuff from 2017 all the way up to right now. And I mean, I'm telling you, when I go into these groups, these people will say, no, you're a dummy, because all they say, especially on Telegram, they say pump, moon, go up in price. They post memes all day, cat memes, whatever memes, and they try to get people out. This is about making money and turning around real lives. I take this very seriously. So when it comes to that, even though this is not financial advice or anything, you got to do your own research on top of anything else, right? Educational. I take this very seriously. So for you guys that are interested in that, definitely click that Telegram link. And you can even say, hey, I came from the YouTube channel. I will do a different pricing for you than I'll do for the people that's there because you came from a YouTube channel. I even have a post, the last post that I said that is there. But anyway, I think that's all I'm going to cover for right now. Algorand, I'm going to say that seems to be, and I remember when they did the funding for it, it seems to be a good, from the surface level right here, to be a good investment. That's what I'm going to say right there, and I'll stick to it like that. It seems to be a good investment. I am not 100% familiar with it. I know enough about it where I think that this is actually going to be able to return somebody probably a 2 times return on investment. So if you, or 2 or 3, so if let's say you had $1,000, it goes up, it's going to be somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000 now. That's a good return on investment. Now, when will it do it? It depends on if we're in a bear market or not. If we're in a bear market, we go back down for a couple of years, then we come back up. But I don't think we are in a bear market. I still didn't think that Bitcoin. Oh, definitely go into the Telegram group for people that haven't joined either to see exactly the moment when I called that Bitcoin was going to reverse. We had the bottom. I'm dropping a lot of information on people that may not be familiar. So let me just stop right there, because some of you are going to be like, what the heck is this guy saying? Where I'm like, hey, Bitcoin's bottom was right here. It might have spiked lower right here, but on May 19th, there it is. And here's the last thing I'm going to show you guys, right? Here's the last thing. I'm going to bring up Twitter to show you how people try to manipulate, how they try to manipulate people. Now, let me go to Philip Gradwell. Now, I don't personally care for Philip Gradwell myself, right? But this is a guy that people they trust the institutions a lot, right? So if you're going to trust the institution, all right, don't take my word for it. Let's go here. Now, this is a guy that gets paid, his company, or the chief economist at Chainalysis. These are the ones that are going to send the big tax man after you. They track all the transactions. They're going to tell if you bought a boot for your with your Bitcoin or whatever. They're tracking everything. They don't even need to know if you had the Bitcoin directly. They're going to track you. These are MIT people. They're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to track you. Now, let me go down here. Now, people were thinking because Bitcoin, they said Elon Musk dumped the price. No, that's what they want you to think. And then they also said people are panic selling. Now, I can ask you all this question. It's a rhetorical one. Who controls most of the money? A lot of people or a few people? Okay, that rule holds true in almost every single market. They're going to tell you that Bitcoin is about economic freedom and everything like that. Yes, it is. But it's already a small host of people that are holding the majority of the money. They control the prices going up and down. So here it is. Where was this? This was way back in May, early May. Now, there was a dump that happened, and they said it was because of Elon Musk. You look at the chart, it started to dump. Elon Musk tweeted like right around here or something like that. He tweeted right around here. The price was already going down. Or maybe he tweeted somewhere over here. I think this was the day he tweeted. But I saw this pattern already, and it was the selling may and go away thing. So it was nothing with that. It was already getting ready to sell. It hit a top. Here's another top. Here's another one. And here's another one right here. Boom, it dumped. It was not unexpected. Matter of fact, I was already short. So with that being said, he did the tweet. It went down. And they were like, oh, people are done for selling. People are done for selling. Guess what happened? During this period of time when these people sold, and they said they started selling May 1st. All right, May 1st. Elon Musk tweeted right here on the 12th, but they started selling or on the 10th or 11th, one of those two. And then they were selling May 1st. So apparently, here it is. Investor whales bought the dip. Isn't that something? This is the narrative that people that follow the crowd will say. Yeah, exactly. Standard procedure. Whales control the crypto market. This is exactly what they want you to think. Investor whales bought the dip, adding 34,000 Bitcoin on Tuesday and Wednesday, May 18th and 19th. All right. Let's see. Let's look on the chart. May 18th right here. And then the price still went down on the 19th. Now, are they dummies? Did they just buy this so that they can purposely do it? All right, cool. After reducing their holdings by as much as 51,000 Bitcoin. So that means they sold 51,000 and they added an extra 34,000 on top of the 51,000. So that means they got 85,000 Bitcoin in total. Right? So I'm just letting you know. They said it's unlikely the end of the bull run, blah, blah, blah. And he was continuing down right here. But I'm just trying to show you all that this is what they did. He got another tweet that even showed exactly when they were selling. I don't want to spend the time to try to look for that. But I just wanted to show you guys that, unless I casually find it right here from zooming. Here, I'm going to give myself a few more seconds if I can't. Here it is right here. So, Bitcoin investor whale sold in May, reducing balances by 111,000 Bitcoin from May 1st to 18th. But then they added 53,000 between the 19th and 20th of May. So they started selling on the May 1st and everything, and they bought back. Once again, that confirms it again. They sold it on May 1st, which was an indecisive day. They kept selling and selling and selling. Net sold to the 19th. Even though they had added that 34,000, they still were net selling right here. So between the 19th and the 20th, they added an extra, what is that, 53,000. So that means they had 164,000. And I don't even have to keep going. This guy was going at it, where they were like, yeah, they're getting this many thousands. They're racking them up where everybody else is panicking. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys join in with that. Definitely subscribe to this channel. We talk about money, changing your life around. We're going to talk about doubling your income too through practical means as well. You don't have to just do that. You could be a plumber, an electrician. You could be an IT professional. You could be the guy that owns the company that sends out the IT professionals, like those kids that become 100,000aires very young. So with that being said, I will catch you all on the next one. Definitely join in. That Telegram link is right up above. A couple of comments. Turn it to all comments instead of live. Turn it to live chat instead of top comments, and then you can actually see all of the comments there. But I'll catch you all on the next one. It has been a joy to have you all here. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Peace out, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day.